things that comes to mind here with all this AI stuff, right, is like reliability of the AI itself. How are you guys approaching that? Like I saw, like we showed you the transaction before it did it, didn't just like execute on its own. But what are other mechanisms you guys are thinking about to, protect against that?
Yeah. So just kind of like when you go into an exchanges and you put in a sloppy number and then something pops up and says, "Hey, you idiot, why are you?" Or if something's over, let's say $25 or something, we can start putting safeguards into the system that basically says, "Are you sure this looks like a pretty intense thing you're trying to do?" Yeah. Also on the roadmap is starting to build the fraud protection mechanisms. And then when we start importing other AI agents, that's when we're really going to have to dig deep in making sure that it's not doing anything that you don't want. Like, let's do a swap, and then the reality is the transaction that gets built sends half of your funds to someone else. So if you go into Mintbase and you make a transaction, you can drill into all of what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. They show what functions you're calling on what contract, how much of each different piece you're doing. We also built an AI agent that explains with human readable text what the transaction is that you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. So it's weird to say that AI fixes everything, but it kind of is. And we know things could get tricky if we get too far ahead of ourselves.
If our protocol was our primary source of revenue and we had like a fee baked into the protocol that, like we were charging 2% fees or something and it was baked into the smart contract, someone could just like take our open source smart contract, deploy it, and then change that fee to be 0, for example. And even in that situation, like think about the amount of people that are going to be using this. If 1 out of every 20 forks the Keepon protocol, makes changes as a Rust developer, understands, needs to dig into the code to see where the fees are, understand how to change it, turn it off, and like integrate it back into their own app. Again, I don't really care.
A lot of people, I think, underestimate how much work that really is and how much you really have to execute on some of this stuff for it to really be meaningful. Hey, and we're live again. Welcome back to another episode of DevHub Live. I am your host, Joe, along here with Owen again from DevHub. We are excited to bring back to you another episode. Owen, great to see you. Missed you last week. How are you feeling both after, being a little under the weather from maybe some football-related stuff as well?
I think it all stemmed from the football, I'm not going to lie. I just couldn't handle it, but I've recovered from the defeat. Now I'll have to watch us in the Olympics next. Let's see how that goes.
Hopefully that fares a little better. Good. No complaints. So been a slow kind of week in the ecosystem. I think everyone's, middle of summer for half the globe. I think a lot of people are taking breaks and things like that. We just published the most recent edition of our newsletter. Anything kind of stick out, you think, from that? Even though it's been a little bit slow?
Well, from last week, there was actually quite a few updates. A lot about Race of Sloths. If you saw the cover, there was a sloth on there because we had like 2 or 3 updates from there. They
Yeah.
have they've added so many projects, and I literally just saw near blocks has been added as well. So that's cool. Um, there was actually quite a few things from the community, like some community tooling, and we're going to be highlighting that this in this week's newsletter as well, I think, because I was saying, oh, it's a slow news week. Let's get some more tools, like show off your project, show off what you're building. So we'll be featuring them this week. And still, the news about Nightshade that came out like 2-3 weeks ago, but we're still featuring that in the newsletter just because it's so monumental, really.
Yeah,
And a
yeah,
lot
for
has
sure.
been happening this week with chain signatures. So the interface has changed recently from that. So if you go into the normal dev chat, maybe that's quite quiet. But if you go into the chain abstraction chat, it's hectic. Everyone's
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah. You
So
can see the feeling of like mainnet chain signatures is close. Just from some of the updates on testnet, the conversation that's happening, you can feel it getting closer here. So hopefully we'll have an announcement in a couple weeks here.
yeah, it's been a lot of like theoretical when you say you can sign transactions on any chain and whatnot on like Ethereum mainnet and stuff from near mainnet, but
Yeah,
this will be actually like happening in the next few weeks. So it's great to see it all come together and
for
some
sure.
applications actually launch using the tech.
Yeah, no, for sure. Uh, So yeah, no, I think it's gonna be an exciting time leading up. We have Redacted coming up and everything else, but we do have a great guest today too, who has been around since the beginning, and I think this is something that if you haven't seen Learn Near Club through socials or someone else, I'm not sure where you've been. There's some great tooling that's done. I use the Learn Near wallet watcher in my Telegram bot all the time, so that's always wonderful. And we have Sasha from Learn Near Club to come on here and talk a little bit about what they're doing, all things Learn Near Club, and you also have some new stuff going on. So, Sasha, thanks so much for taking time and joining us here today at DevHub Live.
Hello, hello, my pleasure. Like, believe it or not, like I just got like 15 minutes ago, I got a email from my internet provider. Like, guys,
Oh,
we are going down. Like,
oh
why?
no.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm not a big published speaker, but like once in a while I do some talk like at exactly same day, same moment they
right.
decided to fix it. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, luckily I have backup plan for this, right? Plan B. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no, I'm glad. I'm glad we could have
yeah.
you on. Uh, can we just start with like super high level? Assume that people have never heard of Learn Your Club. What is Learn Your Club, and when did it like start?
Uh, Simply put in plain English, Learning Club is community learning platform where we get connected projects on Near and people on Near via so-called learn method. When people, like in traditional educational system, like you have to pay for the course and stuff, right? And at some moment in my life, I decided, you know what, pivot is for weak hands, right? Let's make it the opposite. We're gonna pay people to learn, to ease the pain. Like learning process is painful, right? So at Learn Your Club, people get some micro bonuses for their learning efforts, and so far so good. It works for like recently we reached 100,000 members or accounts, which is
Nice.
quite a milestone for us. So like so far so good. People like it, projects like it. This is the perfect example of Web3 cooperation, communication, and collaboration possible, which actually built on positive net positive sum game. Like everyone wins. Near protocol wins, Learning Club wins, people wins and society wins as well. Like as we have more and more sovereign individuals who take care of their shit by their own, the knowledgeable people, and moreover, this who equip not just theoretical knowledge but hands-on experience with blockchain. I think this is we are getting there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
easy. It's not easy, yeah, but we are on the right path.
Yeah, Learn Near Club was one of the like first education places for Near that I came across when diving into the Near ecosystem. I wonder what your experience like coming into Near was like, because you've been around for a while, and like why did you decide to build this like Near Learn Club on Near instead of like Learn Ethereum or something else? Or learn Solana.
Yeah, learning Terra, learn Solana sounds cool too, right? But like uh, uh, I've been in learning thing for a while, right? My very first project that mirrors learning. I don't like education anymore. Education is like banking, you know. This is corrupted world, right? So I'm trying to avoid it. So the learning we were building distant learning center in 1998, right? Google was born that year, right? So
Before my time.
yeah, back at my university that I graduated from, right? And nobody believed us, right? And look now, right? Like everyone uses online learning one way or another. Like our kids ourselves, right? Like our parents even, right? They learn online. Like, so yeah, so in this regard, I kind of live in the future, and I think same happening with Near. I've been in blockchain space for a while, right? But even now, like few understands how powerful Near protocol is, how powerful fundamentals of Near protocol are, which unique and like genius account system, sharding built from day one on protocol level. Like human readable accounts, like this is like beyond like it's like just imagine like everyone gets it, right? This is like domains and subdomains, like email addresses, right? It's not like random set of numbers that nobody understands, like Sasha.near, like what else do you need, right?
Yeah, it seems pretty obvious. Like, why did we start off with that?
Exactly, and like friends of Sasha.near, right? Like subdomain, like this is a like stands for the community of friends of Sasha, right? And stuff like so.
Right.
This is super cool, and blockchain itself, right? It was built and it continues to be maintained by legit technology team, right? Like guys are super bright. They're superhumans, and this is my I don't know. This is like lifetime opportunity to participate in this thing, right? So like and when we come back to learning, right? Like it's all about. Actually, you can learn it by yourself, right? But it's better to do it like with your peers, right? With your friends, because like professor or whoever, like your tutor, is not always available. Like, and we are here, like as lifetime learners, we always cooperate and communicate and collaborate with our learning peers, and this makes the process way more efficient than centralized one. And so, like, yeah, and Near is like the best fit for that, right? Like, low transaction fee, like, but nowadays it's not that that much of the
Selling
like super strong parts, you know. But still, you know, like at Near those low transaction fee uh, can last forever because of sharding. Because
Right.
like it can be horizontally scaled, right? So like so that's why I'm building Learning Club on Near protocol, and I encourage everyone to try it, to build on it, and Learning Club is here to help you start on it.
Yeah, could we maybe walk through the site a little bit? Is
Yeah, absolutely. Let me share my screen.
yeah,
Present. Share screen.
you guys are doing so much. I think it would be great to kind of actually
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
through some of it. Yeah.
yeah. I think we will. Okay, we will take a look at the website from the builder's perspective. Oh, by the way, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So as I said before, Lonia Club, this is a community platform, right? And it's kind of even like a little bit of marketplace, right? And there are two sides of market. One are the projects, and another one are users. And since 2021, we have built a solid offer for the projects or for the builders, right? So like almost, you can check it here, right? Oh no. Now you still seeing my screen with Learning for projects, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if we lost him for a second.
Okay, so I want.
We're good.
Are we all here?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Okay. So
Very good.
the and this is actually the Neo protocol ecosystem in terms of learning, right? So like there's quite a few projects. Some of them are active. Some of them are not that active. And I like to think that learn score, the score that projects gets from the learners, from the interest to particular projects, the learning score reflects perfectly the current and the past state of the ecosystem, right? Like since like if we look back to the 2023, right, the pure leader is here on it, right, and this is for a reason. The guys were active and they're still, and people were interested in this project, and they share and project shared their learning materials with learners, and learners did participate in it. So and this is what we have for the projects, and by projects I refer like even a single developer, like anything that is already live or is going to be live, can can join Learning Club ecosystem, and we can start helping them. The very first step is apparently add your project in your ecosystem. Next step is publish your guide. Then you can have it. We used to call it beta test. Now we call it bug eye sprint. The guides can be translated. You can even display project banner, and our website. We can publish a course if you have something more than just a guide, right? And one of the very interesting initiative is incubation. It's like I don't know, like the how we should refer it, like accelerator, incubator, whatever. But we call it LNC Bar, and LNC Bar is the place where early stage projects are brewing. They get support from our mentors, including myself. They get support from our marketing efforts. They get support from our technical experts, and so far so on. It's open for everyone who is going
awesome.
and who is already trying to be. Yeah, thank you. Who is already
I
trying to
I
build
didn't know
something.
this
And
existed. It's good to hear.
there you go. Yeah, I mean, like we are pretty humble, pretty small team, Like we are trying to do ourselves to reach everywhere, but like in this broad attention of the of people's attention is spread right on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like, and sometimes they just miss the very important stuff. Anyways, so Learning Club has been running for almost 2 years, and you can see like tens of projects get through it, and I would we have success stories too, which is one of them is like Name Sky, right? Probably you've heard about that project, the one that the marketplace for near accounts as NFTs. Joe mentioned LNC near watcher, a very handy Telegram bot, right? So that
Yeah, I've
just
got that
keeps
on
you.
my phone.
Yeah, thank you. This is like honey on my balm on my wounds, on my wounds. Yeah. Yeah. So Doublet project for building augmented web through web extension and so on. Yeah. So it is open to anyone, and the we have all the tools ready for the projects. We have our website, our Telegram channel. We have all those offerings from publish to go to the incubator, and we have quite a big community of proactive near users. So just builders, like if you like, okay, I need to start from the beginning, right? Why the hell we are doing this? I've been in tech space for a while, like almost like 30 years, and this with modern discourse, like let's say the planning, there is such a waste in terms of energy and paper and trees and stuff. Like I have my personal touch on that. That is important, like the green energy and everything. But imagine like being like a developer, software engineer, how much efforts goes to directly to garbage bin, right? Of human efforts, like brain power, human time, even human lives. Developers build, and like most of their building efforts never face reality. They just got stuck in the code repositories and stuff like that, right? The goal of Learning Hub is to bring those products, those prototypes to real people, to get the feedback from real people, so developers can early understand what feature, if this feature works or not, if people like it or not, or they like something else, so they can switch and deliver something that is being usable, for the real application, for real users. So we can not eliminate completely the developers' efforts waste, but at least reduce it, and make people happier and richer and make the world better in this regard.
Yeah, I want to start and ask a quick question here. So I spent many years building a lot of Web 2 stuff, and this feels a lot like some of the focus group software that's out there, or essentially software services. But you really taken a really interesting spin because it's really incentivized in a way that is focused on actual usage versus where, I don't know if you ever used one of these, but like if you sign up for one of these services in Web 2, that a lot of them they're just like bundle packages and you don't really know exactly what you're paying for, and your feedback is sometimes mixed, and you pay a lot of money. It's very expensive for these services to get this feedback, and again, it's not always even that great. Where it seems like here you've democratized this a bit, where you're allowing people to get real users on their sites, on their projects, using it, being able to provide feedback, learning about it, and then hopefully being able to let them actually like iterate and make changes. Am I right on that kind of approach?
Yes, and this is why we call it club. This is not full-time job. This is not even like marketplace for beta testers and stuff. This is a club, and people usually go to club on their spare time, right? And for the projects, this is like a cool marketing, a cool onboarding tool, right? Like you cannot sell your product, especially in Web3, from the first interaction with your user, right? It takes a while. Web3 itself, like, it's a very very young industry, and it still have not got a solid reputation among most of the population, right? So like gradually, we have to onboard those people, and we have to demonstrate them. Listen, folks, this is for you. This is for you. Like, don't worry about like paying paying even like trial payments for using these services. Just learn, like and see what resonates with you. You'll figure out how to make money later on when we get the traction. But first of all, like
Right.
the total, like the complete difference of Web3 is like, guys, like we are building here positive sum game.
Mm.
Web 2 is the opposite. Web 2 is report for users. The technology companies grab their data and sell it. Technology companies sells their product, closed source product, to people for real money, right? Like and user kind of pays money for using projects, and at the same time, like user is the product, not the owner, and we are trying to change this in a progressive way, step by step, step by step.
For sure.
I have this thought about Web3, like the same one, and I feel like a lot of the benefits Web3 brings is for the end user, right? But it's sort of in between that. It's difficult to have value provided for the product, I feel like, and a lot of users they don't know, or they don't necessarily care about their like these benefits, whether it's decentralized, whether they are actually taking their data. I feel like the mass majority of people don't know or don't care, and I feel like we have to say, hey, this is better for you, we'll hand you Web3, but it's like, how do we convince people of that? Just a thought I have.
Yeah, my touch is that if we talk about data and stuff, right? Like, I don't think it is doable, to make all the personal data private and stuff like that. But like with ZK technologies, it's gonna be like slightly improved, but the important, like, it's not important, right? This is like crucial problem of the current society and current business or whatever, right? Like big organizations like governments and big technology companies, banks and the like, they know everything about you. And you as a consumer, right, as a taxpayer, as a citizen, you have no idea what they're doing, like, right? You have no data, like, even like there is some available, right? But most of the data is hidden, and this data flow disbalance is fundamental. And if we look at the society as a system, right, there is no negative feedback loop from the users. And as engineers, we know, right? Like, if there is no negative feedback loop, the system goes out of order exponentially, like overnight, right? And I've seen this with my own rise when Soviet Union collapsed, right? So like it happens overnight. And
Interesting.
with it is, I wouldn't recommend to repeat this experience per se.
No, for sure.
Yeah, especially when you get older, right? Like I was young back in the day, so it was fun somehow in some regards. But like the and Web3 is our opportunity to help to fix that informational disbalance, right? So if we even get new context where we can demonstrate, like, listen, people, I know that the data that I sent you, this is my data, and I own it. I can remove access from you to this data by myself, and just a context, like, and you guys provide me like the actions how you manipulate my data,
Right.
like proof of it, right? So like, and so it just a context, so big guys like and people who are in charge, they understand, but we cannot fuck around anymore that freely as we used to. And it's not good for big companies either, right? Like they want to change, but they don't know how. And the Learning Club initiative, like project, like, or like even we look at it broader as a movement, right? So it's like to undermine that, like people, like, let's change this context. We can own our data. If even like somebody still do not believe it, like a majority of population, you'll never get in there, right? But like even like for those people who are proactive, who contributes to society more than consume from it, right? If they get into that context, we will fix like a lot of problems, like including education. Education can be cool again, I guess.
I think this
Yeah.
conversation about owning your data is really key because, well, a lot of people are saying, and it's somewhat true, that Near has gone down different routes and like different narratives over time, but it's always sort of been owning your own assets, and not just that, but owning your own data is the goal. And I think this is where it comes into the near AI sphere of not giving all your data to OpenAI or whoever, because this, I think, with the AI, this is where the data problem can go exponential overnight, where you're handing over more and more data to these models that live on servers, right? And I guess what Near is trying to do with the AI wave is, well, not wave, but well, this is what Near's always been about. But with Near AI is so you don't have to give up your data, but you can still have the benefits of AI. So I think what Near is doing is really important in trying to tackle that data problem, really.
Yeah, this is very true. Generally speaking, like in the current conditions, like AI is empowering those players who are already empowered, and we want to empower individuals. So and we cannot control how big players play their games, but we have to bring control of at least data, for the for the, for to those who actually this data belongs, right?
Right.
After all, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about some of the active courses that you guys have going on? I know you have a lot of great content on here, and I want to just make sure we really kind of show some of that stuff off too.
Yeah, let me get to homepage. Like in terms of courses, like like apparently developers is a very tiny part of the population in generally, and learning club audience as well. So at the for the current situation, current trend, right? Like what is the major push at Learning Club for now? As you know, like the top economy is new thing, right? So we additionally to Learning Club, we added standalone application for Telegram users, where people and this is how we tested it, right? Where people transform from Telegram users into Learning Club members within 3 clicks, right? They just complete. Today we have one quiz about seed phrase, and I think tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we will deploy the second one about transactions. So explaining the real people, normal people, what transaction is, how you sign it, and how you read it, which is super important. And going forward, we're gonna be adding more quizzes like that to onboard more and more people into Web3, right? Like gradually, step by step. For the
And is that right?
for the
Sorry, is that right
developers,
in the here wallet? Looks like that's opening up right in the wallet directly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
Very
yeah,
cool.
it's, and we have already about like 20,000 people who completed it.
Oh wow.
I have a question.
Yeah,
To learn how seed phrases work, do you have to touch a seed phrase to get to that point?
No, you just read the text and you answer and you answer the quiz, right? So like and the quiz actually tells you like never share your seed phrase.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because it was in the wallet. I was wondering, do you have to like save your seed phrase and stuff before learning not to share it?
No, it's not like the application itself. It's not in the wallet, right? This is the Telegram mini app, right? So
All right.
yeah, you just does get connected to Learning Hub via the hot wallet as a part of the onboarding process, right? But there is like no risk, right? So it's all like again like learning near protocol accounts. It's super flexible, right? So you don't have to give full access to your wallet to participate in dApps, right? So
Very
yeah.
cool.
And I'm wondering.
Mhm.
Sorry, carry on.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
I was wondering, like, what projects are you sort of partnering with right now, or have their own courses? Because I think I saw somewhere one of our previous guests, like Reclaim, don't they have their own course on here?
Reclaim protocols, they just arrived to the new ecosystem, right? And okay, oh, you know what? Let's check. Like we have everything on the website, right? And they did deliver the learning guide about themselves. Let me Reclaim. Oh, this is Reclaim. Alright, it's a little bit slow. I think my internet's still slow. Okay, so
And the sloths are there.
on the product page, you can see yeah, and you can see like guides, right? Like one sort like Kruta near Summer Kruta. Somebody left comments in Russian. Okay, I give them 18 rounds for the tip, and publishing the guide is the very first step, right? For the introducing your project to the near learning co-op audience, and the courses is the next step, right? But first we need to make sure that there is any interest in this project, right? So you don't waste your content efforts as the audience when nobody cares. So far so good. Like I mean, like for Reclaim protocols, they got like over like 6,000 and learns within like few weeks. Like, and this is cool. Like, so I think it's up to them to come with the course. But again, you know, like it depends. Like it depends on the product, right? If they want to get some course for developers, this is one story. If they want to get some onboarding course for users, this is another story. But anyone who ever been involved with learning, right? They know like it is a huge pain in the ass to update your course, to support, to keep it up to time with the current condition of the product or service, especially when the product or service is being evolving very fast. So
Yeah, we see this with like the docs always trying to keep up
Of
with
course.
how fast the developers are going.
Of course, and like and then you try to make a course up to date, right? Like okay, it's like yeah. So that's why one of the reasons basically that we are trying to use more and more integration with near dogs to incorporate those concepts and learning materials from near dogs directly into the learning guides, so we don't have to update them manually all the time. We simply don't have resources for that. Yeah, and it makes sense, right? Like
Sure.
we have that well maintained resource for the information. Let's use it and distribute into other channels, like info API, whatever, something like that.
Right. How much do you rely on the projects themselves to provide this information, or are you doing like this initial page, and then if they make a course, like the project makes the course?
Of course, because they know they should better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and from time to time we do help some projects. So we do write our own content, on some major development and stuff. But again, like we have to use our very limited resources wisely.
Sure.
To go fast, and efficiently with the fast-paced environment in Web3.
Nice. So what's next for Learn Your Club? Are you just focusing on onboarding more projects? Do you guys have something else in the pipeline?
This is a good question, right? They say, like, if you want to get God's smile, tell him about your plans. Plans are great, right? Until you get punched into your face. So, yeah. So the I don't think we still got the tipping point within near ecosystem, and one of the most painful of the points is project success stories. Yeah, and so we continue working on that, like with all our tools, including LNC Barrel, to help projects to get to the next stage, to get to mainnet, to get first 100 or 1,000 users, to get some traction, and then go from there, right? Like go to funding, or like find the sustainable business model, like depends, right? So and we I think we are on track there, and the basically speaking, like every our initiatives are focusing on one major thing, right? Like get more users and connect them with legit projects, and in order to what's it called, to nurture legit products, right? We need to have like a wide panel coming to the Learning Club, and we go, and it's like natural, it's like organic. This is like, okay, so like if project builds and they find traction, we are trying to magnify the traction, to amplify the traction with our users. But if the project is not active, if nothing is happening, what can you do, right? Like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate that candid answer. I think it's the challenge, right, for everybody, especially not even just as new projects, but like we're in a whole new vertical, new kind of ecosystem, and so sometimes having that longer planning is a little bit difficult. But great. So this was very informative. I really appreciate you coming on, Sasha. And this was, I think, something that I hope people spend some time, go check out themselves, because there's a ton of great resources, even if you don't want to necessarily like demo products, just to go learn, to see some things, to get a sense of like what's happening in the ecosystem. Your site really does a nice job of all of that. So I really appreciate it.
100%. Go check it out.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I invite people to check like what's going on at the LNC Barrel as well, because like it's like, you know, it's like a sandbox, you know, it's like a playground when any developer can come with the idea and play, you know, like
Mm.
and from one side and from another side, there are quite a bit, at least I think like at least 10 projects like with real use cases which are waiting for the business people, like legit motherfuckers who will come, like get inspired from that and bring it
Sure.
to the next level.
For sure, for sure. No, it's great. You guys are doing some great stuff trying to enable ecosystem, and I think I appreciate again just like you trying stuff and getting people involved, and that's half the battle, right? So, uh, it's really great. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for inviting me.
See
Bye bye,
you.
guys. Take
Yeah,
care. Cheers.
take care.
Awesome.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
they did more than I thought. I didn't know there was sort of like a incubation program. That was new to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same. Yeah, it's you know, I had I've heard the term a few times, and to actually see, you know, like what they're actually doing with that is pretty cool. All right, well, we got some time, so let's get into some fun stuff. Went over great last time, so we're gonna bring back the one, the only, plain English.
No music yet.
No music. I do have some
Uh,
I have some new tracks here, but not like theme songs. Like we can put some like low music, kind of game showy music.
Not bad.
There we
It
go.
needs to be. It needs to be more like. We need like an English intro.
I don't know what that means. What's an English?
Or
intro?
like "God Save the King" on or something.
Oh, hey, yeah. we could.
Great theme.
We'll find
tune.
something like that. Yeah, let me. All right. So if you didn't see the first plain English, I'll explain the kind of rules to everybody. So basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to show a block of code, and it's Owen's job as the Englishman here to explain the block of code in plain English. So let's bring up the first one.
I've been
All
practicing my DeFi knowledge since.
Nice. Yeah, you're through for a loop last time with some of the pools and everything else. All right. We can start with this one first. So I made a small change here. So I hid the function name to make it a little bit harder here so that there was no giveaway of what the function was itself. So in plain English, what do we got here?
Okay, so this looks to be a function of a fungible token contract. I can see FT resolve transfer and FT on transfer in there. So this one would be, the function name would be FT transfer call. Is that what it's called? Or something like that.
Yep.
FT transfer call, I think.
Yep.
I was right.
Yep, you're spot on with that.
So yeah, this is a function where, well, you have like FT transfer where it's just transferred some tokens, right? If I want to send you 5 USDC, but this one, it's sort of like you transfer tokens, but you also call a function afterwards, because when you're calling like a near function, you can make it payable and attach tokens. But you can't really do the same with a fungible token. You have to call the fungible token contract to then call the smart contract. So that's what we're doing here. We call it the FT transfer call has this like internal method, internal transfer, where it's actually like swapping the balances, and then it does FT on transfer, so you'll actually call the method in the smart contract then, and it always has to be called FT on transfer the method, and you can, so like a normal method, you'll have arguments, right, and you can specify them. Well, with this, it has predefined arguments, but it has like message argument in there, so you can implement logic through that, right? You can have some arbitrary string, or you can have like
Something
JSON
on chain.
formatted information, and then you can like pull that apart and do something with that. And then once you've called that function, it has like a call back with FT resolve transfer. So you can see it has like external FT receiver, where it's like calling an external method in another contract, and then it has like X self, which is like calling a function in its own contract. And what this will do is sort of the FT resolve transfer is sort of rebalance the balances, because the contract might not use all of the USDC or whatever, so it might say like it'll return 20, saying I've not used 20 tokens, and then FT resolve transfer will say, hey, let's give him that money back, and then output how much was used.
Nice.
I think that's all I can say about this.
Yeah. No. Here, we'll do. Perfect.
Maybe one thing it says balance, so you can tell this is before SDK 5. It's now near token.
It is now near token. Very good stuff. Let's do another one here. Nailed it. All right.
That one went better than the last one.
All right, here we go. Next one up. And all right, we brought back the pools, the dreaded pools here.
Oh no! So... You've blocked. Am I supposed to guess the function name for this one?
No, you don't have to actually guess the function name. I'm blocking it out, so because sometimes the function names like a giveaway of kind of what's happening. So I just blocked it out. You don't have to actually guess the function name.
Right. Yeah. I see more. I see more pools. This one, you have pool IDs. This is probably something in like Ref Finance or some DeFi thing again. Tokens in, amount in, token out, min amount out. So this looks like a swap.
It is. It's a swap. It is a swap. Nice call. Yes.
So
it is a swap.
I suppose you have token in, which is you're specifying which like token contract it is. So it could be like USDC.near. I think in actuality is just like a big string, the USDC contract. Amount in, how much do you want to swap? Token out, which token you want back. And min amount out, I guess. That is like how much slippage you're wanting to accept. So you can specify how many tokens do I at least want to get in return. And then I presume there's some like cancel this function if I don't get the min amount out. So yeah, the top, we're just setting everything as like new variables, as balance type. I don't really know what this assert contract running is. Is this like if they want to pause the contract? Do you know?
Yeah. So there are certain contracts, especially in DeFi, where you may actually want to pause a particular contract for whatever reason. So yeah, so just to make sure that.
So we're iterating over pool IDs. We're looking for the pool. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, this is the part that I think is a little tricky, but this is like the meat of what's really happening here. So
yeah, we're swapping the token. we're getting like the amount out, like how much it'll give us from the pool, from the pair, and then I'm curious as to why it's going over multiple pools. I thought you would just specify one pool. Is this maybe if you want, because I think on like Ref Finance you can have multiple pools where they have like different fees, or maybe it's doing like a multi-swap, but I think that would happen off chain. I'm not quite sure why it's iterating over multiple pools. But anyway, if we go on, yeah, it's doing what I said. It'll see how much is actually coming out of the pool and see if that's bigger or equal to the minimum amount we were saying we wanted. And if it's not, then it's gonna like put out a slippage error. And then it'll send the tokens to the people, to the person who's doing the swap. But do you know why it's like iterating over the pools?
Yeah, so a couple different reasons, but I guess the most basic reason that it's trying to go through the different pools is not every pool maybe will have enough liquidity in it, so it's making sure to check through that. It will also can check if they're, like, let's say their route is labeling a particular pool, but that pool maybe is not actually available, or not found or whatever else, then it can make sure that it excludes that. So it just depends. A lot of, again, on Near, there's a lot of pools that are single pools, and so there's not multiple choices for them, but there are some where there's certainly multiple. So it just kind of goes through that. But
I thought most of this would be happening sort of off chain, but I suppose it happens on.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's probably a mix of both. Yeah, but yeah, no, great job. So that is another win. We'll take it. Nice. Good stuff here. So it won't stop. All right, let's hide it.
Better not go on for the rest of the episode.
Yeah. No, this is good. I hope people learn a little stuff from that. As we come towards the end of the hour, let's talk about a couple of things that are happening in the ecosystem that I think
is that music gonna be for the rest of the episode?
We could keep it going.
Is the new tune?
We could just vibe the whole time. Yeah, we just, it's the we'll call it the non-guest music. We can just a little dinner music. So a couple of things that happen in the ecosystem. You mentioned Race of Sloths. They just did a giveaway for their they have tickets to UA Rust. Yeah, but let's pull up the leaderboard real quick here, and
that giveaway was cool. They actually did the giveaway on chain, to my knowledge. Like,
yes.
They I think they had. I don't know if there was any randomness in it or it was just like pure ordering, but it's pretty cool how they did it on chain.
Yeah, I think there was like a randomizer in there. I think like they put in, they grabbed the array of the order and then put in some kind of randomizer, I think, maybe. But yeah, so if you haven't seen, this is the leaderboard. Month and all time is the same because it's only been around for a month. But yeah, we can see some serious points, and look at some people are getting big points just from single pull requests. So we have a couple.
I think Guillermo did going. Like a massive docs pull or something.
Yeah, for sure. And
I think
so
if you scroll down, you'll find me somewhere. There I am. 23rd. Oh no.
There you go. All right. Hey, we're in the top 25.
I did get
2 streaks.
I did get like 5 points earlier today. I did see, so
nice.
Maybe I'll be up there. Where are you, Joe?
I am not on this. I am not on this. I am not contributing to any of the projects that are here that are being tracked right now. Maybe in the future. But yeah, no, good. Look at this. You could definitely see a whole different group of people here. So
To be honest,
nice.
the list has been populated a lot quicker than I thought it would be. People are really keen. And to be honest, I have been thinking to myself, like, I have to get a big PR in this week.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna lose my streak, or I just need more points.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing too. Like when you look through the projects, a lot more projects have been added since even just last week, and so there's a lot of opportunity here to really start contributing to different things. And there's a lot that have
Some from Burrow,
open
though.
issues. Yeah, there's Burrow. Fastneer is on here.
Aurora,
stuff from Aurora,
Ref
from
Finance,
Refinance.
Air Blocks. Jeez.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, good stuff here. You can see a lot of things that have open issues that you can easily go in and grab and try to do some sloth-based PRs. You need to make sure that you are tagging the Race of Sloth bot here when you actually do one of these PRs so you can get credit for it. But yeah, definitely make sure people are checking that out. I'm gonna also where is this? So
too many tabs open. That's the problem.
No, here we go. I'm gonna remove this. Let's remove that, and let's open up this. And we're gonna share this. So here we go. Stop screen. Share screen. I need to fix the share screen on this StreamYard.
I've
clips.
not touched it. I've been too scared to touch it.
It's too many clips. I started a new show. Been doing in the mornings. Wake up and ship more. We're talking about like very concrete building stuff. You can check it out. Everything is on our YouTube channels. We also have a Telegram group. So if you go back and you actually watch something and then you have questions later on, you can actually go back in and you can join the Telegram group and ask questions. This is going to continue to evolve. May change the time a little bit to see some different times because everyone has different mornings. So we might try some different times right now. But all of the stuff, especially on replay, is always available on our YouTube. Replay sometimes on Twitch. You can always find it on our Twitter as well, all through DevHub. This show also will be, so DevHub Live starting in August will be moving to 4 p.m. UTC. So that's an hour before. So we'll still have all the replays up, but we're moving a little bit earlier. Trying to see again, we're all about experimenting. We think time a little bit early might be a little bit better. It fits, some schedules better, just for guests, for co-hosts. But no, I actually think it's a good time to experiment with some different timing and stuff like that. So if you can't make the new time, we will absolutely, again, replays are always there. You can always ask questions. You can always follow up. And kind of go from there. Before we go,
look for the dog and the cat in the.
For sure. Absolutely. Anything you want to end on here, Owen? This was a good episode. I learned something for sure.
I'm just excited about Nier in general. Bullish. Every time we have like a cool guest on, I get more bullish, to be honest. I think Learn Nier Club's sort of incubation thing was really cool. I didn't know about that. So once again, I've learned. I'm wondering how many NL Near learn points or whatever I'm gonna get after learning that. But yeah, not much from me. How about you? Anything to wrap up on?
Yeah, no, I wish we could, we need to set up a timer for chain signatures being launched. That's gonna be, as soon as we know that date, that'll be really exciting. That's gonna be a big boost. I almost forgot to promote, if we haven't already. Do I have a link somewhere? I do.
Useless.
I have a link.
Oh, redacted.
Redacted. That is. I can give a little news. There is going to be in about a week. There's going to be more information about the hackathon. And so, if you're interested in the hackathon, which is starting online, and so you're going to have plenty of time online, to actually start building. You don't have to actually build right then and there at the event. We also, let's also post the newsletter here. If you have not signed up for it, I don't know what you're doing, but the newsletter is great. It has all this information here that we think is relevant to the developer ecosystem. So please make sure you sign up and check that out as well. And that goes out every single week. So on that note, I'm Joe, and that's Owen, and we will see you same time next week for one more week, and then we move up. All right. Take care, all.
See you.
Bye.